Have you ever stopped to wonder why some women just can't get certain guys out of their heads? It's like they've installed an emotional magnet inside them, a magnet so powerful it pulls every thought in his direction. Pay attention now. What I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes is ultra-rare knowledge. Most guys die without ever discovering it. You're about to understand how to activate this emotional magnet and make women literally addicted to you. You know that guy who always has unread messages? Who gets calls at 2 in the morning? Who has women competing for his attention? He knows the secret. And no, it has nothing to do with looks or money. It's much deeper than that. It's about understanding the psychological triggers that create emotional dependence. The same triggers that make a woman check her phone every 5 minutes, waiting for your message. But first, let me ask you an uncomfortable question. How many times have you felt like you were giving your all and she just lost interest, as if you were disposable, replaceable? Hurts, doesn't it? You send a message and she takes hours to reply. You suggest a date, and she always has something more important. You try to impress her and she barely seems to notice. Meanwhile, she's obsessed with another guy, a guy who probably doesn't even care that much about her. So frustrating. The truth is, you're playing the wrong game. You're using the rules society taught you, rules that turn men into emotional beggars, into guys desperate for crumbs of attention. Wake up, man. Women don't get addicted to men who chase after them. They get addicted to men who represent a challenge, men who activate the reward circuits in their brains. Studies show that uncertainty is more addictive than certainty. The female brain releases more dopamine when it doesn't know if it's going to get you or not. Does that make sense now? For over a decade studying female psychology, I've discovered patterns that few men notice. Patterns that separate the forgettable men from the unforgettable. And today, you're going to learn the 5 main triggers. First trigger, the secret of emotional scarcity. Remember this, abundance kills attraction. When you're always available, always responding right away, always saying yes, you become predictable. And predictability is the poison of desire. Think of a 5-star restaurant. You need to book weeks in advance. There's a waiting list, limited hours. Now think of the fast food joint on the corner, open 24 hours, always empty, always available. Which one sparks more desire? Emotional scarcity works like this. You need to have a life beyond her, commitments that can't be cancelled, moments when you're simply not available. When she realizes your time is valuable, that other people compete for your attention, her brain goes into conquest mode. She starts to value every moment with you. Can you feel the difference? Second trigger, the power of female investment. Pay attention now because this is crucial. The more she invests in you, the more addicted she becomes. It's basic psychology. Our brain values what we fight for, what costs us effort. You probably do the opposite. You pay for all the dinners. Drive to her place, cancel your plans to see her. Fatal mistake. Let her invest too. Ask her to choose the restaurant. Suggest she drive to you sometimes. Let her plan some dates. You know what happens? She starts to feel like she's building something with you, that she's investing in something valuable, and no one throws away something they've invested time and energy into. I once knew a guy who always asked women to cook for him on the 3rd date. He said he wanted to get to know their culinary talents. You know what happened? They became obsessed. They spent hours choosing the perfect recipe, bought special ingredients, and then they were anxious to know if he liked it. The investment created emotional connection. Does that make sense to you? Third trigger, the art of deep connection. Now comes the part almost no one applies correctly. Deep connection isn't about agreeing with everything she says. It's about creating moments of shared vulnerability, moments when you both let your guard down. Most men stay on the surface. They talk about work, movies, restaurants, conversations she could have with anyone. You need to go deeper. Ask questions no one else asks. What was a moment when she felt most alive? What would she do if she knew she couldn't fail? What childhood memory still moves her? And here's the secret. When she shares something deep, don't judge. Don't give advice. Just understand. Say something like, "That must have been intense for you." Create a safe space for her to be authentic, a space she doesn't find with anyone else. A woman once told me she became addicted to a man because he was the only one she could cry with without feeling weak, the only one who understood her contradictions. That's deep connection. Can you see the power in that? Fourth trigger, the challenge factor. Hurry up and pay attention because this is the most misunderstood one. Being a challenge isn't about being a jerk. It's not about treating her badly or playing childish games. It's about having standards and sticking to them. You need to be the mountain she wants to climb, not the valley she steps on without noticing. Have clear boundaries. If she cancels a date at the last minute without a good reason, don't reschedule immediately. Make it clear that your time has value. If she disrespects something important to you, communicate it calmly but firmly. Don't let it slide. Women constantly test men, it's biological. They want to know if you're strong enough to handle life's challenges. When you maintain your standards, when you don't give in to every whim, you pass the test. And she feels like she's found a real man. A man who can lead her, protect her, challenge her to be better, remember. She doesn't want a doormat. She wants a strong partner. Does that make sense now? Fifth trigger, the addiction to growth. This one is the most powerful of all. Pay close attention. Women get addicted to men who inspire them to grow, men who awaken the best version of themselves. I'm not talking about you trying to change her. I'm talking about you being so interesting, so constantly evolving, that she naturally wants to keep up. Have projects, goals, passions that go beyond her. Always be learning something new, developing new skills. When she realizes you're constantly growing, two things happen. First, she feels like she'll never fully know you. There's always something new to discover. Second, she feels like she needs to evolve too to stay on your level, and that creates an addictive dynamic of mutual growth. I knew a guy who started a different hobby every month. Photography, Japanese cooking, rock climbing. Women were fascinated. There was always something new to share, but the secret was something else. He didn't do it to impress. He did it because he genuinely loved to learn. And that authenticity is magnetic. Can you feel the difference? Now I'm going to tell you about the VIP cycle of addictive attraction. V for value. You need to build genuine value. It's not about pretending. It's about truly becoming a high-value man, taking care of your health, finances, intellect. I for investment. Create opportunities for her to invest in you. Time, energy, emotion. The more she invests, the more connected she becomes. P for presence. Going beyond the surface. Creating connections she won't find anywhere else. This cycle feeds itself. The more value you have, the more she wants to invest. The more she invests, the deeper the connection becomes. It's an addictive loop. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't this manipulation? Stop it. Manipulation is deceiving someone to get what you want. What I'm teaching is how to genuinely become a man worth obsessing over. It's about understanding human psychology to create real connections. Connections that benefit both of you, where both grow and develop together. Think of it this way. Every relationship has a power dynamic. Either you understand this dynamic and use it to create something incredible, or you ignore it and become a victim of it. The choice is yours. Remember the emotional magnet from the beginning. Now you know how to activate it. You know how to create that irresistible force of attraction. But knowledge without action is useless. You can continue to be just another one. Another guy she forgets. Another one who begs for attention. Another one she uses when she's bored. Or you can apply these triggers. Become the man who occupies her mind, who makes her heart race when she sees your name on her phone. The choice is yours. It always has been. But let me tell you something. This knowledge is rare. Very few men understand these dynamics. Most will die without discovering it. You gained access to something special today. Something that can completely change your love life. Don't waste it. Do it now before you forget, like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Start applying the first trigger today, because at the end of the day you can have all the knowledge in the world. But if you don't activate your emotional magnet, you'll remain invisible to them. And we both know you deserve much more than that.